The world does not care about your potential. It does not care about the greatness you think you have tucked away inside your soul, and it certainly does not care about your intentions. The world only cares about what you have built, what you can defend, and the value you provide to the marketplace of life. If you are sitting there waiting for a sign, waiting for permission, or waiting for the right time to stop being average, you have already lost. You are currently living in a hallucination where your mediocrity is acceptable because you are comfortable. But comfort is the silent killer of men. It is the velvet-lined coffin where dreams go to rot. Listen closely to what I am about to tell you. These are not suggestions. These are the harsh, unforgiving laws of existence that most men realize only when their hair has turned gray and their opportunities have vanished. Stay with me until the very last word of the 30th truth, because the final revelation is the one that will determine whether you die as a footnote in someone else's story or as the architect of your own empire. This is Wisdom Forge, and today we dismantle the lie of the average man. Truth number 1: money is a scorecard of the value you provide, not a reward for your time. The universe does not pay you for your hours. It pays you for the problems you solve. If you are struggling financially, it is because the problems you solve are small, easily replaceable, or non-existent. An average man thinks that working more hours is the path to wealth. A man of power understands that leverage and scalability are the only ways to break the chains of the clock. Truth number 2: nobody is coming to save you. This is perhaps the hardest pill to swallow. Your parents, your government, and your friends are all preoccupied with their own survival. If you are drowning, the world will watch from the shore and critique your swimming form. You are your own rescue team. You are your own knight in shining armor. The moment you stop looking for a savior is the moment you begin to find your strength. Truth number 3: your circle is either a cage or a springboard. If you are the smartest, most ambitious person in your room, you are in the wrong room. Average men surround themselves with people who make them feel comfortable in their stagnation. They find friends who validate their excuses and join them in their complaints. A man who seeks power seeks those who challenge him, who outpace him, and who make him feel slightly embarrassed of his current progress. Truth number 4: comfort is a trap. The modern world is designed to keep you sedated. High-calorie food, endless digital entertainment, and the illusion of safety are all tools used to keep your inner lion asleep. When you seek comfort, you are actively choosing to decay. Growth only happens in the furnace of discomfort, stress, and challenge. Truth number 5: hard work is the baseline, not the advantage. Do not expect a trophy for working hard. Everyone works hard at something, even if it is just working hard at being lazy. Hard work is merely the entry fee to the stadium. To win the game, you need strategy, obsession, and the ability to pivot when the market shifts. Truth number 6: respect is not given, it is extracted through competence. People do not respect you because you are nice. They respect you because you are capable of doing things they cannot do. If you want to be respected, become so good at your craft that you cannot be ignored. Truth number 7: the 9 to 5 was designed to keep you compliant, not wealthy. The corporate structure was built to produce reliable cogs for a machine, not masters of their own destiny. Truth number 8: debt is modern-day slavery. When you owe money to a bank or a credit card company for things that lose value,
You have sold pieces of your future freedom for a moment of temporary gratification.
A man of status owns his assets. An average man is owned by his liabilities. Truth number 9. Wealth is what you do not see. Status is not a leased luxury car or a designer watch bought on credit.
Truth number 10. Your health is the foundation of your power. A man with a weak body has a weak mind. You cannot command an empire if you cannot command your own appetite.
Your physical presence is your first calling card. If you look like you have given up on yourself, why should the world invest in you? If you are finding value in these harsh truths and want to continue forging a better version of yourself, subscribe to Wisdom Forge now.
We do not offer comfort, we offer the tools for transformation. Truth 11. Vulnerability is often a trap. The modern narrative tells men to be open and vulnerable at all times. This is dangerous advice. While you should be honest with your inner circle, showing weakness to the world at large only invites predators. A man must be a fortress. You process your pain in private so that you can lead in public. Truth 12. Reputation is built in decades, but destroyed in seconds. Every action you take is a brick in the wall of your character. One moment of weakness, one lapse in integrity, can bring the whole structure crashing down. Protect your name with your life. Truth 13. Your emotions are your worst advisors. Fear tells you to run when you should stand. Anger tells you to strike when you should wait. Sadness tells you to quit when you should endure. A man who is a slave to his feelings is a man who can be easily manipulated. Learn to observe your emotions without being governed by them. Truth 14. The world rewards results, not effort. No one cares how much you sweat or how many sleepless nights you had if the bridge you built falls down. In the realm of status and power, the scoreboard is the only thing that matters. Focus on the outcome, not the activity. Truth 15. High status requires high responsibility. Everyone wants the perks of being at the top, but few want the weight of the crown. When things go wrong, the leader takes the blame. When things go right, the leader gives the credit. If you cannot handle the pressure of responsibility, stay in the middle of the pack. Truth 16. You are judged by your associations. If you walk with dogs, people will assume you have fleas. This applies to your business partners, your romantic interests, and your social circle. Your status is an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely, for their habits will inevitably become yours. Truth 17. Silence is a power move. The average man feels the need to fill every silence with words. He over-explains, he brags, and he reveals his plans too early. A man of power speaks only when necessary. Silence makes people uncomfortable, and in that discomfort, they often reveal their own weaknesses. Truth 18. Fear is a compass. The thing you are most afraid of doing is usually the thing you most need to do. Fear marks the boundary of your current comfort zone. If you never cross it, your world will continue to shrink until you are a prisoner of your own timidity. Truth 19. Time is your only non-renewable resource. You can always make more money. You can always regain status. You can never get back the hour you just wasted scrolling through mindless content. Treat your time as if it were gold, because it is far more precious. Truth 20. Your word is your currency. If you say you will do something and you don't, you are bankrupting your own character. A man who cannot be trusted is a man who can never have true power. Be slow to promise and fast to deliver. Truth 21. Influence is bought with value.
If you want people to do what you want, you must first help them get what they want. Power is not about barking orders. It is about creating a situation where people want to follow you because it is in their best interest to do so. Truth 22. Power requires the ability to say no.
The man who says yes to everyone is a servant to everyone. You must have the courage to decline invitations, opportunities, and people that do not align with your ultimate mission. No is a complete sentence. Truth 23. Self-discipline is the highest form of self-love.
When you discipline yourself, you are choosing your future self over your current impulses. You are telling your body that your mind is the master. Without discipline, your talent is just wasted potential. Truth 24. Legacy is built when no one is watching. It is the work you do at 4 a.m. It is the extra mile you go when you are exhausted. It is the integrity you show when you could easily get away with a lie. Greatness is a quiet, lonely process. Truth 25. Mastery takes a decade, not a weekend. We live in an era of instant gratification. The average man quits when he doesn't see results in a month. The man of power knows that anything worth having requires a long-term siege. Embrace the boring consistency. Truth 26. Aggression must be controlled, not deleted. Society tells men to be passive and soft, but a man without teeth is not a peaceful man, he is a harmless man. A truly powerful man has the capacity for great aggression, but keeps it under the total control of his will. He is a warrior in a garden, not a gardener in a war. Truth 27. Victimhood is a prison of your own making. The moment you blame someone else for your situation, you give them power over your life. Even if it isn't your fault, it is your responsibility.
Take extreme ownership of everything in your world, and you will suddenly find the power to change it. Truth 28. True power is staying calm under fire. When everyone else is panicking, the man who remains stoic becomes the de facto leader. Your ability to think clearly when the world is burning is what separates the kings from the peasants. Truth 29. Every man must have a mission bigger than himself. If your only goal is to make money and buy things, you will eventually find yourself empty. You need a purpose that justifies your suffering. You need a mountain to climb that scares you. Truth 30. Death is the ultimate motivator. You are going to die. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps in 50 years, but the clock is ticking and it does not stop for your excuses. Let the reality of your mortality burn away the trivialities of your life. Stop living as if you have 1,000 years to fulfill your destiny. After hearing these 30 truths, I have one question for you. Are you going to continue being the man you were 10 minutes ago, or are you ready to burn that version of yourself to the ground and build something formidable? Most will listen to this and return to their average lives, their average jobs, and their average dreams. But you are here for a reason. You felt the sting of these words because you know they are true. Which of these 30 truths hit you the hardest? Which one are you going to implement today? Leave a comment below and let the world know that you are no longer content with being average. The forge is hot and the iron is ready. Now go and shape your destiny. Success is not a destination, it is a way of life. Walk the path of the relentless and never look back. Until next time, stay sharp, stay hungry, and remain unbreakable.